Normally, Saudi Arabia is known for its oil, royal lifestyle, and immense wealth. But behind all this glitter and glamour lies a shocking reality that very few people notice, which is the extreme scarcity of water. This Arab nation, despite being one of the richest in the world, is almost completely deprived of one of nature's most essential blessings, fresh water. It is just like having a palace of gold but not a single sip of drinking water. Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the world where not a single natural river exists. About 98% of its land is scorching desert, where 4 miles you see nothing but sand dunes, silence, and burning heat. Rainfall is almost negligible. But now, right in the middle of this barren desert, where previously nothing existed 4 miles, Saudi Arabia has achieved something that was considered impossible. Until a few decades ago, it has started building its own artificial rivers. And these are not ordinary rivers. Here, water does not flow naturally down from the mountains, but is pumped uphill against gravity through thousands of kilometers of underground freshwater pipelines, forming a massive network that looks like something out of a science fiction movie. The real question arises when there was no water naturally available in the country. Where did this water come from? And how did such a massive and complex system actually work? In this video, Il Mixtev will reveal the secret behind it. As you know, the climate of Saudi Arabia is extremely hot and dry. For example, the capital Riyadh receives only about 116 millimeters of rainfall annually. In 1950, the population was around 3 million, which has now grown to over 26 million. This rapid population growth put enormous pressure on the limited water reserves, which were becoming increasingly unsustainable. For decades, Saudi Arabia met its water needs from deep underground aquifers known as fossil water. Fossil water is water that accumulated over millions of years and is non-renewable. Once depleted, it would take millions of years to refill. At one point, Saudi Arabia relied on fossil water for nearly 70% of its total water needs, but overuse had disastrous consequences. NASA's GRACE satellite mission revealed that between 2002 and 2016, Saudi Arabia was losing about 2 cubic kilometers of underground water annually. Roughly 2 trillion liters were disappearing every year. Achivachimi, the population was about 18 million, meaning each person was receiving about 310 liters daily, while the global average is only 150 liters. It was as if the country was using a battery that could never be recharged. The situation worsened in the 1970s when the government decided to cultivate wheat domestically to reduce dependence on foreign countries. Although well-intentioned, this policy rapidly drained water reserves. The government provided heavy subsidies to farmers. Agricultural activity surged. By 2003, about 85% of the country's water was being used just for agriculture. Within a few decades, fossil water levels were critically depleted. This forced the government to abandon the wheat cultivation plan and preserve the remaining water strictly for emergencies. The question then remained, if even underground water could not be used, where would fresh water come from? This led to the creation of the world's largest and most ambitious artificial river project. It is not a small plan, but an enormous underground water network stretching approximately 12,000 kilometers. It is considered the largest water delivery system in human history. Under this project, about 9.4 million cubic meters, or roughly 940 million liters of water, are produced daily using advanced desalination technology. This technology converts the salty water of the Red Sea and Persian Gulf into fresh water. This entire artificial river is constructed underground to minimize evaporation in the scorching desert heat. It ensures a continuous non-stop flow of water to all parts of the country. Even remote and mountainous areas receive water. Today, Saudi Arabia has become the largest desalinated water producer in the world. The Guinness Book of World Records has recognized its pipeline network as the largest water delivery system, and this network continues to expand. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's target is to meet 100% of the country's water demand through this system by 2030. This is why a country with not a single natural river will host the World Water Forum in 2027. This underground artificial river in Saudi Arabia is not just a network of pipelines. It is a declaration to the world that with technology, visionary planning, and courage, even the harshest and most inhospitable conditions can be transformed into a sustainable future. And this is the message Ilmixed Vey wants to convey, that the coming era will belong to those nations that start preparing today to secure their future.